Email report story. Here Midoriya, thanks for lending me your notebook. Jiro handed Izuku his notebook. We couldn't have done this without your help. Oh, it's nothing. I'm happy we could make Eri smile. The festival was a complete success. Not only have they reinstated the school's trust in Class 1A, more importantly they gave a little girl a reason to be happy. Eri actually came up to me afterwards. She even thanked me. It was so cute. The punk rock girl couldn't help but adore her little fan. She hoped to see her again. I don't want to overstep, but you should definitely show your lyrics more often. Izuku sadly shook his head. I appreciate the thought, but I'm only glad I was able to help you with the song. I don't have the vocal talent to perform at all. Izuku flipped through the pages of his notebook. Along with hero notes, he had composed different lyrics that he thought could help, and turned out, it did. Now him and Jiro had a common hobby in music, but both was still reserved in their own rights. Well, an idea popped into her head. Anyways, could you grab Ochako? I think she's alone cleaning up in the classroom. Sure, I'll catch you later. Off he went, up the stairs as the setting sun beamed through the window. He couldn't have been happier. Eri finally smiled, and for a moment, they had peace. Could things get any better? His ears picked up a faint sound, someone's voice. That must be Ochako. He crept closer to the room, listening intently. He cracked the door and saw Ochako, singing into the broomstick like a microphone. Her skirt twirled as she spun, the golden rays of sunlight heightening her rosy cheeks. Her eyes remained close. Her foot moved in rhythm with her song, flowed like water. Her voice carried through the room as she sung. Yes, I remember, boy, 'cause after we kissed, I could only think about your lips. Yes, I remember, boy, the moment I knew you were the one I could spend my life with, even before all the fame and people screaming your name. I was there and you were my BAAABBBAAAHHH. Her voice cracked as she saw Izuku at the door. The broomstick fumbled out of her hands, clattering on the floor. Deku, how long have you been standing there? Izuku was speechless. This entire time, he didn't know that his best friend could sing so well. It was breathtaking. For a while, uraraka, that was amazing. Her face immediately went red, waving her arms in front of her face. No, that's not I can't sing. Now I see why Jiro sent me to get her. He could almost visualize the sly smirk on the punk rock girl's face. Well, you did, and my ears heard it. You could have sung with Jiro. It would have been a great duet. Maybe. She wanted that too. We worked on different vocal techniques and octaves together, but I wanted to focus on dancing. She needed the spotlight. Ochako smiled to herself. Besides, I don't think I'm that good, honest. Wait, I want you to sing something for me. He flipped through a couple pages in his notebook. He found the page and revealed it. Ochako scanned over it. Wait, what song is this from? Now it was Izuku's turn to feel embarrassed. I wrote these myself. I've done this a couple times. So try singing them. Wait, you should sing your own lyrics, not me. I can't, and I've tried, but singing isn't my strong suit. Come on, do it, it can't be that bad. Have you ever heard of cats mating on top of a piano? Ochako realized that it was worse than that. Oh, don't do that again. I warned you, he laughed. Just give it a try, stretch out the last word of the first 3 lines, and be softer on the 4, repeat for the next part. I want to hear you. Let me hear your voice once more. The gentleness in his request sent flutters through her heart. All right, sure. She pushed her bangs out of her face, closed her eyes and took a deep breath. And I'm crying the tears that I'm finding, the pain that I'm fighting is true. And I'm trying to keep on reminding that the reason I'm dying is you. Whoa, Oh, Ovu. Ochako opened her eyes, twirling a piece of hair. Was that good? Izuku only stared back, watching her closely. That was great. You're great. I mean, singing, you're singing, of course, it was great. Ochako looked through his notebook, checking out other lyrics. Did you write all of these? You said a couple times, but these pages are filled to the brim. Yeah, it's a relaxation method, helps me de-stress by putting it into words. So what did those lyrics mean? She looked up from the book. If he wrote when he was stressed out, that means there was a deeper meaning, right? Oh, those came were one of my first lyrics, at a more difficult time in my life. I needed an outlet, and it sorta stuck, as you can see. Ochako was astonished. The passion behind the words were beautiful. Honestly, never known you for a poet, Deku. She returned the notebook to him, continuing, still, I don't know if I could sing this, let alone in a big crowd or anything. Oh, you don't have to do that. But I would love it if you would like to join us for our sessions. Jiro usually plays guitar and I'll write to whatever riff she plays, we all could vibe together. I would really like that, she replied, beaming. Great. By the way, what song was you singing? I don't think I heard that before. Le gasped. She gasped. Did you just say the word gasp out loud and then gasp? Come here, come here. Grabbing his arm, and stepping over the broom, she went to her bag and grabbed her MP3. I haven't seen one of these in years. Hush, here, she plugged in her earphones and gave him one. Sharing them, she listened to Usher sing the introduction, then beatboxing to Alicia Keys' part. Izuku watched with joy as she sung the song almost perfectly. Once the chorus hit, she grabbed his hand and they spun around in the classroom. Starting when we were younger and you were my Tilda. My boo, he croaked, pulling her in closer. She giggled. Their breaths were heavy, the sun gleaming down on them from the window. Izuku felt amazing. Not only did he help Eri, he got to be here, listening to music with his crush Ochako. Crash! Izuku fell backwards with Ochako crumpling on top of him, the broomstick tangling their feet. They laid there for a moment, watching each other. The dust settled around them, before Izuku suddenly stood up and dashed out the room, yelling. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? Ochako sat there for a moment, allowing the realization to reflect as her face got redder and redder. She stood up and bounced around the room. Yes, he, I am so happy. She looked back at the table, noticing his notebook. I'll hold on to this until tomorrow. Down the hall, Izuku crouched down with his face in his hands. I'm such an idiot, but her voice really was amazing. Down the hall, where stories live. Discover now.